Right now at 5:30, we're on top of breaking news. Documents related to the FBI's search of former President Donald Trump's Florida residence could soon be made public. A judge unsealed the search warrant and property receipt from the FBI raid of Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. The FBI was looking for classified documents in violation of the U.S. Espionage Act. Skylar Henry joining us right now from Capitol Hill to help us break this all down. Skylar, good to see you tonight.
Hey, Larry, good to see you. Well, we're still going through this warrant, looking at some of the information and some of the documents and other things that were seized by the FBI. We know that there were at least 11 sets of classified documents, 20 boxes of materials, including photos, as well as other items that were labeled top secret as well. And those include correspondence between the former president and the president of France, as well as a grant surrounding the pardon of Roger Stone, someone else in the former president's inner circle. Now, we're learning all of this information just in the last few hours or so following the deadline that the judge gave out for the Trump team to decide whether or not they wanted to object to the DOJ's motion to unseal this search warrant. The Trump team essentially said, go for it. The former president encouraging, as a matter of fact, over the Truth Social website last night. He even responded after that, essentially saying that all the federal government had to do was ask in terms of wanting to get their hands on that information. Now, we should point out as well, you talked about this, Larry, in your toss to me, that this could potentially violate 3 criminal statutes, including the Espionage Act. And so we're learning new details about this, what exactly could be in those documents as well, because at this point, there still necessarily isn't any there yet. This is still something that's on the surface, if you will. The FBI affidavit is really the base for this search. CBS News, as well as other media organizations, have asked the judge to unseal that document as well, so we could really see exactly what is it that the FBI was after.
Yeah, no doubt, a lot of moving parts to all of this. So what is the former president's response at this point?
Right. So I'll give you a statement from the former president's legal team that they put out right after this search warrant was unsealed. They said that the Biden administration is in obvious damage control after their botched raid where they seized the president's picture books, a handwritten note, and other declassified documents. They said that this raid of President Trump's home was not just unprecedented, but unnecessary. Now, to clarify, we should point out that the White House has acted independently from the DOJ all along. They didn't even know that this search was happening, according to officials on Monday. We should also point out that they didn't know that the Attorney General would be speaking about the investigation yesterday. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, also came out to defend the men and women not only of the DOJ, but the FBI as well, not allowing the credibility of either department to be questioned.
For us, this means what's next in all of this? Where do we go from here?
Right, and so I think it's a matter of wait and see. We know, as we talked about, CBS News as well as other organizations are trying to get their hands on that affidavit, that FBI affidavit, trying to get to the bottom of why the FBI was there in the first place. We talked about what these implications could possibly mean. Attorney General Garland was asked about that yesterday, trying to get into detail in terms of why all of this happened. He said because of federal law, he was prohibited from doing so. But I think that will be where the page turns next. There's not any sort of charges facing the president right now. And then obviously you have all of the other investigations surrounding the former president as well up in New York. 2 cases, a civil case and a criminal case. And then there's that criminal investigation down in Georgia, not only with him, but his former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, in terms of their involvement in trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election. So a lot of legal implications surrounding the former president and those in his inner circle.
All right, lots of moving parts to all of this. Skylar Henry reporting live tonight from Capitol Hill. Skylar, thank you so much.